All right, let's just get right into it. What I'm about to say, well, it tends to get me a lot of heat online. But you know what? It's something we really need to talk about. It's this idea, this philosophy of work that really flips everything we've been taught on its head. Everything we think we know about our careers, our lives, it challenges all of it. Most of us are brought up with this one idea drilled into our heads: find security, find comfort. And look, it makes sense. It's a totally human thing to want. There's actually a perfect word for it in Hindi: aram. That feeling of complete rest and ease. And this chase for comfort, it traps us in a cycle, doesn't it? You grind it out for 30 long days, not because you love what you're doing, but because you're just waiting for that paycheck to hit your account on day 31. And it's not just a monthly thing. This stretches out across your entire life. Think about it. The goal becomes working for, 40 years? Just so you can finally be comfortable when you retire. The work itself isn't even the point. The real goal is escaping from it. I mean, this desire for an easy life is exactly why so many parents, bless them, push their kids toward those super stable government jobs. The thinking behind it is pretty clear. They believe there's less work, less stress, that their kid will be comfortable, safe, at ease. Okay, so let's talk about that 8-hour daily grind. We all call it hard work, right? But I think that's a huge misunderstanding. We've got to look a little closer at what's really going on. See, there's a really important difference we need to make here. That kind of work, that's not what you'd call mehnat, real dedicated effort. It's majburi, it's compulsion. It's the difference between building something you're passionate about and just being chained to a desk. Yeah, you're doing the work, but deep down, you hate every single second of it. And here's the thing, if just working out of a pure compulsion was the secret to getting rich, then shouldn't the people who do the hardest physical labor every single day be the wealthiest people on earth? But they're not even close. So what's the real secret? Well, the truly successful, the people who build incredible things, they don't work because they have to. They work out of mahabbat. It's a deep, genuine love and passion for the work itself.
Think about it. Someone who's truly in love with their craft, they're not just punching a clock for 8 hours for some boss. No way. They're working 10, 12, maybe even 14 hours for themselves. It doesn't matter if anyone's watching. For them, the work is the reward.
And that is the real path to growth. That's how someone can start at the very bottom, in the most junior role, and end up leading the whole company. It's got nothing to do with just climbing the corporate ladder. It's all about that deep, unshakable commitment to the craft. Because let's be honest, the moment you start loving the salary more than the work, your effort, it's not real anymore. It becomes dishonest. You're just putting on a show to get to payday. It's just a transaction. And there's no way that can ever feel truly fulfilling. So if you want to build anything that actually means something, a business, a legacy, whatever, you have to learn to hate comfort. I mean it. You have to actively, consciously choose the hard stuff. Choose the work, the challenge, over the easy way out. Every time. And when you make that choice, something incredible happens. The whole point of your work shifts. It stops being about just earning a salary. It becomes about building yourself into someone of value, someone who is worth so much more than any paycheck. You become the real asset. And a person who builds themselves up like that, they can get knocked down 100 times. But on that 101st time, they'll get right back up and rebuild their entire empire from scratch. Why? Because their value isn't in their bank account, it's inside them. Now that's what earns you real respect. Money can't buy worthiness, but dedicated effort, that's what does it. When people see you're working for something bigger than just yourself, man, that's what truly inspires them. And we have to be real about what money can't do. Take the owner of T-Series, one of the biggest media companies in India. He's got unimaginable wealth, but when his young daughter tragically passed away from cancer, all the money on the planet couldn't change a thing. So, if money isn't the final answer and life is this fragile, then what's it all for? What is the real purpose of your work? Why are you even doing it? The real point isn't just about the bottom line. It's about building something that actually matters. It's about creating a healthier world, a stronger community. It's about building an empire, not of money, but an empire of purpose.